Hi, my name is Ellie and I am a Leave No Trace Ireland trainer. Today I'm here for the virtual Let's Talk Science Festival and we're going to be talking about some of the science behind rubbish and litter and why it's so important for us all to leave no trace when we go outside. Leave No Trace Ireland is an outdoor ethics education programme designed to inspire responsible outdoor recreation. This means that we work to teach people about the environment and how what they do can impact and change it. To do this, we use the Leave No Trace 7 principles, which help us to remember how to protect nature and to always have a great time when we're outdoors. Our 7 Leave No Trace principles are: to know before you go, be kind to other visitors, respect farm animals and wildlife, choose the right path, leave what you find, pack it in, pack it out, and be careful with fire. Today we're focusing on number 6, pack it in, pack it out. This means that anything that we bring with us into the outdoors, we always bring home again. This can be food waste, litter, old toys, anything. Whatever we bring into nature, we must bring home. We bring home our rubbish for many reasons, such as making sure that animals don't accidentally eat it, so that the next person who visits this beautiful area gets to enjoy it as it is, and so that nature can continue to grow and thrive. While we all know that littering and rubbish is bad, what we might not know is just how long that rubbish or litter will stay in the environment before it breaks down. Learning how long something is going to last in the environment can help us all understand why it's so important to bring home our rubbish and to leave no trace. Nearly everything around us will eventually break down and disappear completely. There are a couple of different ways that things break down. The first one we're going to talk about is biodegrading. Biodegrade is when something is made out of natural elements and is broken down by bacteria or other living organisms. In nature, different materials biodegrade at different rates. While an apple might only take a few months to break down, a piece of metal like a can is going to take several hundred years to break down through the same process and disappear. For organisms to biodegrade things, they need water, oxygen, and sunlight. Temperature also helps too. Things normally biodegrade faster in warmer places. All food is biodegradable, and by putting food in our compost bin, we're making sure that that food is broken down and turned into compost by fungi, bacteria, worms, and other small organisms. If we throw food waste into our black bin or our rubbish bin, it is often sent to landfill. At landfill, our food can't biodegrade or decompose because there isn't enough oxygen, light, or water for these special microorganisms to do their job. So what about our litter and rubbish? How long can that take? At Leave No Trace, we say that it can take 80 years for a crisp packet to break down. But 80 years ago, we didn't have crisp packets like we have them today. So how do we know that it takes that long? There are a couple of different ways that scientists use to try and figure out how long it takes for things to break down. The first option is a respirometry test. If you think about our microorganisms and biodegrading, they need water, oxygen, and sunlight as they eat and decompose the different item. While doing that, they produce carbon dioxide, or CO2. For a scientist to track how long it takes for a microorganism or bacteria to break down an item, they will place the item and the bacteria or microorganisms into a container and track the levels of CO2. This means that they are tracking how fast the microorganism is breaking down the item. They can then use this to calculate how long they think it will take for that item to break down, be it days, months, years, or centuries. However, some rubbish is completely man-made, and therefore our microorganisms cannot eat them to break them down. This means that our scientists have to look for other ways to try and figure out how long it will take for this item to be broken down. Another option they might turn to is photodegrade, which is about the effects of sunlight. When an item photodegrades, this is the UV light in the sunshine very, very slowly breaking down the item. For some man-made items, this can take hundreds if not thousands of years. This process can be very hard to measure exactly, and it's why you might see differing amounts of time for some items depending on how each scientist conducted their research. Again, climate and weather also play a role. If it is a very cold and dark climate, breaking down might take longer. If it is an area that sees a lot of rain, our rubbish and litter might be washed away into our rivers and seas and not get a chance to break down on land at all. I am now going to list 3 items. Try and guess how long you think they're going to break down. Our 3 items are a coffee cup with a lid, a nappy, and a glass bottle. How long do you think it'll take for these 3 items to break down? Our coffee cup with lid is going to take 250 years before it breaks down and disappears. Our nappy is going to take 450 years to break down. And our glass bottle will possibly last forever. So now that we know that most of our rubbish and waste can take hundreds if not thousands of years to break down and disappear, what can we do? We can try to reduce the amount of plastic packaging, leaving any extra wrappers at home. We can recycle our metals, hard plastics and glass. We can compost our food waste to make sure that it's broken down properly. And we can make sure to leave no trace outside by bringing everything home with us. Thanks so much for watching our video. To learn more, make sure to check out leavenotraceireland.org. And remember, to love this place and leave no trace.